Hey, welcome to the Well of Possibilities. And I'm so happy that you're here because I have a beautiful topic to talk to you about because it's kindness and not just kindness. It's the power of kindness. And I think it's so welcome to share with you about this topic because I hear so many people talking about feeling disconnected or, yeah, kind of losing touch with their own empathy, with the empathy for the world, saying, okay, it's kind of a lost case, terrible things happening, people are bad, humans are bad, all these things. Well, I don't agree. And yes, there are terrible, terrible, terrible atrocities happening beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond everything, beyond inhumane. It is just disgusting. Yes. That doesn't mean that there is still a lot of kindness. It's not hitting the news headlines. It's not visible maybe every day, all the time in your life, but it's definitely going on and on and on and on. I work with children. I see it in children. I see it in elderly people. I see it among my peers. Kindness is here, alive and kicking. And this talk is to amplify it, to share with you the power of kindness. And it all starts with understanding the ripple effect of it. Because just reflect on it. For sure, you've had someone someday, maybe a long time ago, no kidding, but or recently sharing something nice with you, saying something kind to you, maybe a compliment or something that, yeah, you said like, nice. Did it impact you? Did you feel something? I guess yes. And realize that these moments, these small moments, carry you into the day. Maybe it's just 5 minutes, maybe it is an hour, maybe it is 1 minute, but at the end of the day, you think of this again. So it has a far reaching consequence, right? It can also be on a bigger scale. A mother who's very loving and caring to her child in the morning, sending him off to school, saying something like, "Hey, make some fun today. Make your friends in class laugh a bit during playtime, whatever." And the child enters the school with much more energy and aliveness. Uh, a teacher may notice it, brings her in a good mood. Well, that's the kind of ripple effect we're talking about in the innocent world, but it's also something that you could do in a harder environment, business world, where financials and goals and all these kind of KPIs are reigning the day. Kindness, it is something that you can do and write it down. Write one way down that you think that you could actually be more kind so that you more often positively affect someone else. Maybe it's just by starting to say, hey, hello, good morning again when you enter your office, right? Or the living room or your kitchen at home, something. Or give your spouse or your wife or husband a kiss again or early in the morning. So start with yourself. Think about something that you can do as of today that has you being more kind. And then to others. But the second big topic I want to talk about is the self-kindness, because, oh man, chances are you have such a harsh voice, inner critic, somebody or a voice in you saying all the time like, oh, stupid, or should have done that, kind of nagging, talking you down in a way that is not pleasant. It's not lifting you up. It's not good. It's important actually to capture and catch those voices within. And maybe you know that those voices are not positive, but it's so important to understand that you can change them. You get to be mindful of how you speak to yourself and replace these critical thoughts or these nagging thoughts or these negative words immediately with something more compassionate. So if you hear it, if you catch that thought, replace it immediately and repeat it 3 times. So rewire these words within because it's important. It's self-kindness is of course where it all starts, right? If it's to be in the world, let it begin with me. That's something that you can say to yourself, and it's and it counts for kindness as well. So make this um, catching words a priority in your life, and at the same time practice more gratitude for your own efforts, for what you're doing in practicing to yourself, but also in what you're sharing with others, even when things don't go as planned. I mean, be kind, be good to yourself, right? You can say to yourself, I deserve kindness from myself and from others. There's no reason why you don't deserve kindness, really. I just need to check my Wi-Fi because suddenly, yeah, okay, better. Would be a pity if I'm recording it like this. Well, this is kindness as well. Kindness, thank you for waiting, and kindness for myself to check in so that I don't need to record it again in half an hour when I see that the Wi-Fi wasn't working. So it's all set. Thank you also for being here. If you don't know XU, and my name is Margaret Sap. I'm the founder of a company called Why Seymour, where we make the invisible visible. Basically, what's on the inside, we bring it to the outside um, in a very nice collaborative process. Well, if you, but that's not about that now. But this is what we do. It's basically a global education platform on all things to do life happier. But the third thing in your exploration of the power of kindness is to look for it for in everyday opportunities. I mean, maybe when you're in the car, you're driving into your city, to your work, whatever. There's a car passing by. You can drive like this, tired, early in the morning. Don't connect. Don't look. Don't even wave. No, you can also say like, thank you, passing by. So simple. You can keep a door open for somebody, get two coffees instead of one at the office, give a genuine compliment. All these things are so simple, so normal. So yeah, why wouldn't you, right? If you are sensing yourself, if you are just being yourself, if you look around, if you open your eyes, you can spot these opportunities everywhere and use them, right? Because it's not only nice for others, it's also nice for yourself. So make the choice. Make kindness part of your routine again. You can complain about the whole world and the terrible things going on, but if you in your daily life are not even capable of doing some random acts of kindness, then yeah, how can you complain about what's going on in the world, right? So seek actively these moments where you can add on something kind, something positive. It's just nice. So if it's all new to you, and if you can admit to yourself, like, oh yeah, I haven't been that kind for a very long time, actually, then keep kind of a kindness journal. At the end of the day, write it down. What did you do? Maybe you did bring this extra tea or coffee for a colleague, or maybe you did help an elderly person crossing the street, or maybe you did wave your hand in the when you were in traffic jam, whatever. I know. Um, you can think of all those moments yourself. Write it down. If this is new, write it down, and then after a week or 2 weeks, you will see like, wow, I did a lot of kind things. Then you can compliment yourself. That's also kind. That's self-compassionate. That's this self-kindness that I was talking about before. So yeah, maybe you're thinking, what kind of weird topic is this, the power of kindness? But I really think it is one of the most accessible and most free tools that we have to really bridge the gaps between communities, between what we feel, what we see outside. It is something so easy to do yourself. It creates meaning, it creates joy, it creates connection. So do it. So yeah, another important point is because sometimes we think kindness is in presents and in expensive stuff, but it's of course not true. Be generous with your time, your attention, even just listening without your phone next to you, like showing that you put it in your bag. And be full attention to the person you're talking to, or to your child or to your partner, is these days already very kind. I think it's very normal, but let's say it is extremely kind if you do that. So make that happen, because if you offer your presence in conversations, when you move through the house, when you are walking the aisle in the office, I mean, really be there, right? Not always on to the next thing. I know there's a lot of things to do, but choose moments, opportunities where you can be this kind person that deep down inside of you, of course, you are. So it's not about these grand things, about huge things. It's the small little things that ultimately will prove to be the big things and the most meaningful ones. So use them, because you risk regretting if you don't. I'm serious about it. So, and then share it onwards, make it contagious. We all know now, we all learned how viruses spread very rapidly. We all know how fire spreads rapidly. We also know how, yeah, hatred, I would almost say, spreads rapidly. Put yourself up to the challenge to share stories of kindness more rapidly. Inspire others with something fun that you read in the newspapers, or that you've been seeing in a magazine, or that you heard from whomever, a child or a parent or a friend or a sister or brother. Share these stories of kindness. We hardly share stories anymore, and they're so important. If you have nothing to say, maybe you can find a nice story just in a book. There are a lot of short stories also out on the internet. There are nice series. It's even the what's it called? Kindness diaries, that kind of documentary style broadcast. Those are all capable. They're at your fingertips. Find them and encourage your family, your friends, your colleagues to join you in these acts of kindness. Because I repeat, we can complain about all the terrible things that are going on in the world, and yet how kind are we ourselves? And I know that you can't compare these things, but it's across a huge spectrum, huge spectrum. I realize that we can say, like, okay, don't only look at others, blame others for the terrible things they do. Wind all the way back to yourself. How do you use your power to be kind? So maybe you can even create a weekly kindness goal as a family, as a little family. It's fun if you involve children in that, and celebrate it together. Or write it down, or at the end of the week have kind of appreciation moments where you say, hey, I appreciate Dad for having done this and this. I appreciate now brother for having done that and that. You can appreciate your children if you can. So do it. You will see it will bring joy. It will bring more meaning. It will bring more connection into your life. It will make you a stronger person, all simply by the power of kindness. So it's not something you give, it is something you can create. It is something that you, I hope at least, that you will embody more consciously with more intention. Yeah. And yeah, let me know, because I really think that if you make it a priority again, in the beginning, maybe it feels a bit weird if you are really conscious about it, but yeah, practice it again. It's such a powerful tool. And if we all do this, and if you all do this, we bring a lot of goodness into this world, like a beautiful counter movement. And yeah, just start small, start with yourself, maybe with some more self-kindness. And you'll see very, very quickly, you will watch your kindness and other people's kindness transform your lives. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's free. Enjoy.